Hello guys, and welcome back here. Part one of the pre-market update is out here. So check that one out. Should be up any minute. We will continue here with the rest of what I've had planned here. We looked at gold, silver, Bitcoin, oil. What else did we look at? The gold to silver ratio, which is very, very important. So continuing here with palladium, sorry, not platinum, palladium looks more and more intriguing. Not the typical bottom that you have here, but the momentum is definitely slowing down. You can see here just pure selling here. Volatility is coming in and we're going sideways. That's a good sign of a potential bottom here. We did break the December 2023 high here coming down, and that's good. We're above the 30 weekly into a slight resistance here at 1,050, which we need to get above here for this week. Then we have the big one, 1,100. That's the biggie. So getting above that 1,050, we become bullish all the way until 1,100, where we expect some pushback. But definitely early signs here. Let's see how it performs. Palladium's doing well. I know there's a lot of people short palladium. So platinum here, I want to show you the what's it called, the weekly stuff here. This is a beauty of a beauty here. Again, breaking that inverted head and shoulders neckline, which sits at roughly here. It's very you can see here basically all the way up to 1,100 and down here to maybe 1,050. Funny enough, the same levels as palladium. If we get there at any moment, we could see a spike due to short covering and neckline break and all that. So we have a lot of resistance, and so getting above there for this week, I don't think we will. But again, we are above the, basically the support and resistance zone here. So that is good, above the 30 weekly, which is coming up nicely. So as long as we hold here, basically 1K, it's all looking good with a lot of resistance, straight above us here. So, but overall, you can see the golden down trend broken here. We have tried many times to really, release or get away from that gravity pull there, but we are getting closer again here for platinum. It's been a while. Copper here basically tagged perfectly 4.33, roughly 4.35, where we talked about, at least on the Substack, that is probably where we're seeing a bounce. We did see a huge bounce there. That's good. Copper is still extremely bullish. It's funny, when people start to talk about, the pullback, that's usually when it turns. And same thing here, many people are just so incredibly bullish. And you can clearly also see here the parabolic move here, at least in the short term here, and the volume spiking into that. So typically that is a top. Same thing again here. Good volume on Friday. We will see here. I don't have any specific levels here. Yeah, maybe I do actually, roughly here. It's a bit difficult to say here, but we do short term here have some resistance coming across there at roughly 4.7. So that is, to get above there, that's when we again continue the bullishness. For now, again, the momentum is up, but until we break that, that's you shouldn't expect anything. So a little bit of a squeeze into that, but that's beautiful as well. Last but not least, I want to show you some uranium. I know many people like uranium, and it hasn't performed all that great. We started to cover it daily on the Substack due to, we came into here, there's a lot of, the calm before the storm, basically going sideways here. You can also see here that actually volume is basically, drying out. That's good. So we are starting to break this downward channel, which is also good. So potentially, I've said this for like at least 1 week now, but we have the downtrend, we have the sideways, and we are above the 30 weekly. So getting above, anything above 30 to 30.3, that's when we could see volume kicking in again and green to the upside. The downside is if we're getting below, let's call it 28.5, then we start to get a little bit worried. But again, we have the green supports, so still a bit more bullish than bearish. And also, as you know, check out the video that I just did, part 1, with the gold to silver ratio. I mean, I think miners across the board is doing well. Yes, in uranium, copper, platinum, gold, and silver, because silver, the silver to gold ratio has broken out big time in favor of silver, and that is basically the big go-go for miners. That's my thesis, and until that is proven wrong, that is where I'm placing my money. So again, the level to watch here for URA in this case, getting above 30, and then we have some good chances of going higher, and getting below 30 weekly, and then 28.5. That's not good. That's really not good here. But we have been in a range for roughly 1 month now. So this compression here, or decrease in volatility, you can see the Bollinger Band here on the daily is also getting compressed. So we ought to see a resolution one way or the other. Volume profile here, which I like to have on, just click on to see. Again, that 39 here is that's where most people have bought, on the daily basis for the past 200 days or so. So big moment here in time, and the volatility that will come. Yeah, it actually started this week, but with no clear direction yet. It will come one way or the other. Excuse me. URNM here, basically same thing here. I haven't really, added everything on here, but I have what's important for me now. The volume, again, same thing here, drying out big time. And then we have, basically the downtrend break, potentially stage 1 here where we go sideways, and we have potentially broken out and retested the past 2 trading days. Going to the daily, the 1 hourly, the level is clear. The URNM chart is very clear compared to the URA, which is a bit more, not as clear, but getting above 51 and change, and we have a bottom, in my opinion. It is that clear. The good thing is the URNM, we have closed that gap. So we were breaking out with a gap, closing it again, and we are grinding higher. So above 51, excuse me, really good. And below here, it starts to get a little bit iffy. So yeah, definitely here. Exciting week for uranium. I did see some news about this, whole uranium ban. I didn't read it. I couldn't interpret what it was, and I didn't get a clear, answer from when I asked for what does this mean. So maybe I don't know. Last but not least here, the U.UN had a great, this is the Sprout Physical, 4%, where meanwhile last Friday the miners were down 1% or so. So again, into resistance here below the 30 weekly, 25 and change, 25 to 25.50 really needs to hold. That would be an understatement. Otherwise we are going down, maybe down to the north, just north of 20 here, 22, excuse me. We need to break here this week. I don't think we'll go into the apex, but definitely very close to resolve this triangle here, up or down. For now, we have a double bottom, but this, yeah, let's see. The level to watch for, I would say, is roughly 27 and change here. It's not perfectly well defined, but if I were to give like a precise level, 27.47, that is pretty damn specific. That's also alignment with the 3rd weekly, and we have gained some air from that trend line. So that's my take on that. CCJ here, also in a bullish flag here above the 3rd weekly. So potentially we start to move higher here again. It needs to get above 51 and change before we're bullish. So a move like that is a really good precursor that the entire uranium market is going higher again, because CCJ is like 15% or 10 or 15% of the ETFs. So that is a huge tell, in my opinion. Next gen here also has just performed insanely well ever since the March crash there. Just really one of the big names. Falling wedge into green option support is always a good thing to see. Clear as day, in my opinion, is we need to get above. Here we have it at $9.9. But let's call it even and say above $10. And this one is going way higher again. We have a bottoming pattern here, the inverted head and shoulders. So getting above 10 and next gen should resume to the upside. I think that's it. I think that's it for this week here. I don't think I want to go into a lot more. No. Maybe. Well, we will do it. We will look at basically the SILJ here. Ever since we broke right there, this level 10.67, breaking out, retesting. We are in a stage 2 uptrend for the juniors. Just, you know, finding if you have a good setup right now for a junior miner, I will let you know, at least in my opinion here, that we are in a bullish trend in the overall market. So that's good tailwind. The GDX here has broken a 4-year pennant. That again, it looks incredible. Copper miners, same thing as copper. You know, it had that huge surge, and again also in a stage 2 uptrend. The break right there at 38.5 was clear as day in my opinion, and ever since we have just rallied higher big time. No looking back until just recently here, but we are bouncing again. Support at 42. So yeah, guys, have a great day, and yeah, definitely if you like what you see, you know what to do. Highly appreciate every single one of you. Cheers, guys.